The recent rice distribution in the Philippines was a resounding success thanks to 1,300 local volunteers. Tzu Chi has come a long way since volunteers first came to Marikina 2 years ago to carry out post-Typhoon Katsana relief. At first, activities were looked on with suspicion by the local residents. However, after 2 years of working for and with the community, Tzu Chi's message and method have been embraced by Marikina's residents, with many deciding to join Tzu Chi as fully fledged volunteers. In front of a crowd of over 10,000, 21 local volunteers proudly received the official blue and white uniforms that every Tzu Chi volunteer wears. To get here today, however, was not easy. 47-year-old Ismail Malbas was originally prejudiced against ethnic Chinese, so much so that he rejected Tzu Chi's post-Katsana relief work program.
We thought that the Chinese were all businessmen and needed to be paid for their services. There were some who said that Tzu Chi came to Marikina to help clean up because they wanted to build a factory here and drive us out. That was the goal that many assumed Tzu Chi had.
However, Ismail eventually joined the Buddhist Charities Recycling Relief Work Program. 2 years later, he has had a change of heart regarding how he sees ethnic Chinese.
From then until now, what I have seen is that Tzu Chi really helps people and does so without asking for payment in return. I slowly began to identify with everything they were doing in this country.
Love can diffuse racial prejudices and bring about understanding, and thus local residents have taken their first step on the path of Tzu Chi. Another newly recognized volunteer is 48-year-old Sioni. Sioni already had collected 300 names on her donor list. Not content with this achievement, however, Sioni continues to search for other willing donors.
Tzu Chi is very willing to help our brothers and sisters. I really enjoy the precepts set out by Tzu Chi, as well as how they go about helping others.
From the list of 300, there are some that can only donate 2 pesos, or 1.3 NT a month. However, for Sioni, it is not the amount that matters.
As I see it, it is already a great first step as they are remembering to give. Although it is only 2 pesos, I feel extremely thankful to receive it as the donations comes from their hearts.
Inheritors and purveyors of the bamboo bank spirit that started in Taiwan some 45 years ago, these volunteers in Marikina are ready to serve whenever Tzu Chi calls. At the recent Tzu Chi rice distribution, 1,300 local volunteers arrived to help.
Local volunteers are one of the backbones of Tzu Chi's activities here. What I mean by that is that without their help, we would not be able to hold large-scale events. These local volunteers are extremely efficient workers, even more so than us Taiwanese. We are so happy to see how things have turned out today and how everyone is so enthusiastic in their participation.
Whether volunteering to help set up for the recent Tzu Chi rice distribution or doing recycling, these local volunteers are no longer disaster victims, but a backbone of Tzu Chi's present and future efforts in Marikina and the Philippines.